Hi, this is Bob TV, and I do all my shopping on Amazon. Disregard the background noise, that's just the dishwasher. Now on my gear, if the 5150 is number 1 in amplifiers, the Mesa B.o.B 412 oversized guitar cabinet loaded with Celestion V30 speakers is my number 1 for guitar cabs. Countless records have been recorded with this setup, and countless live shows have been played using this setup. I actually prefer the oversized cabinet to the smaller, traditional rectifier cabinet. The theory here is that the bigger cab has a bit more low end. I play low-tuned guitars, so I figured it was the way to go. I was surprised to learn that while the oversized cab weighs in at a spine-splitting 105 pounds, the traditional cab is still 100 pounds. These cabs come with massive casters new, but I bought mine used. It didn't have casters, so I had to provide my own. Trust me, you want to roll this thing if you can, because it's built like a freaking tank. A wooden tank. Now, people will complain that an amp and cab are too big and too heavy to move around, and they are, but I tried using amp modelers and PA speakers. I tried using a 212 cab, and in my opinion, you really just can't compete with a 412 cab, except with more 412 cabs! You know what time it is. Now onto my tech, the 2 Notes Captor. Okay, so this is a really weird piece of tech, but it does something amazing. It lets you plug your guitar amp directly into it and send that signal directly to your computer and get the sound of a mic'd guitar cab without using a mic or cabinet. No more screaming loud cab in the room. It does this by attenuating the output of your amplifier down to a much lower signal than you can plug directly into your sound card. Directly. Now, if you record that and just leave it as is, it sounds really bad, like this. So, to this, you need to add a cab IR. IR stands for impulse response. Now, I don't really know a lot about that, but basically, it's a digital impression of the speaker cab. Somehow the science people take the effect a real speaker has on that fuzzy mess you heard a minute ago and digitally recreate it. 2 Notes provides cab software with the Captor, but there are a lot of free and paid options out there on the internet also. Here's a digital recreation of a Mesa 412. And here's one of a 412 with greenbacks. The Captor has 2 other cool features. It actually has an onboard bass and guitar speaker sim, which you can record directly, or send to the sound guy at a live show instead of miking the cab. It also has a speaker output that's attenuated by 20 decibels. That's a lot. That way you can crank the crap out of your amp, still get it to the sweet spot, and keep a manageable volume. Now, I said all that to say this. I use this to track guitars, like the new Within Nostalgia record, and my own stuff. It's simple, it's about $350, and it sounds great. Today on My Music, Uada from Portland, Oregon, USA. Uada is Latin for haunted. Uada is melodic black metal. Uada released Devoid of Light in 2016. Uada released Cult of a Dying Sun in 2018. Uada kicks ass live. I saw them recently in Toronto. Uada is described as a sharp spear in the heart of the brightest star. Epic, atmospheric, dizzy. Uada is definitely worth checking out if you're into 90s black metal. Links below. Lastly on my channels, Film Riot. These guys are self-described as a how-to trip through filmmaking. They talk about special effects, production tips, DIY, and professional gear. They explore action, horror, and comedy filmmaking. These guys are extremely talented and funny as f***. Links below. Okay, thanks for watching. Stay tuned, stay buried.